The spinning jenny is one of a number of innovations that make textile production more efficient in the 18th century. Now, the spinning engine was a form of spinning wheel. The term spinning jenny is a nickname. In much the same way that cotton gin meant cotton engine, spinning jenny meant spinning engine. Enginee jenny. Now, spinning wheels work by twisting fiber. You obtain fibers, whether animal hair or plant hair, and you wind them together into thread. You twist them. Now, you can do this by hand, but this can give you, because you're exerting uneven amounts of force as you twist, this can give you lumpy or uneven thread or yarn. Pedals, powered by human feet, can motivate a wheel which twists and turns the thread. And this can both give you more even force, which means a more even and thus more pleasing thread or yarn, and it can actually also make it finer than you can do by hand, because you can exert more force. Now, most spinning wheels through human history were human-powered, but it was also possible to power them by water. And this can increase efficiency slightly. The water is doing the force of spinning the wheel, but a human being still has to make sure that the threads are being taken up evenly and accurately, and then being put onto a spindle where the completed thread is wound. The significant gain of production will come through an invention by James Hargreave. He adds a metal frame with 8 spindles in 1864. Now, this was not the only innovation of its kind. The water frame was similar. Where Hargreave's innovation was impressive was in crafting a frame that deals with some messy problems. It sounds easy to just say, okay, well, have multiple wheels or something and some multiple spindles. That seems easy. But in fact, the problem is, how do you get the thread to spin on, combine, and then go on to the spindle? And so the frame, in Hargreave's case, moves. It draws the thread onto the fibers onto threads, and then winds it onto the 8 spindles in turn. Now, this increases production so greatly, by about a factor of 8, you lose a little bit in terms of lost efficiency, that spinners in his local community break into his house and smash his machinery in 1868. They're angry that the price of yarn was falling because of the machines which Hargrove has begun using. But the spinning jenny is rapidly adopted by spinning shops across Europe, ultimately until it's superseded by a better design, the spinning mule, which emerges in the 1770s. Now, the spinning jenny is famous in its own right, but it's more significant in representing the larger series of discrete innovations that emerge to mechanize carding, carding being when you sort and you align the fibers, spinning thread, and then weaving completed thread into fabrics. It also reminds us that the Industrial Revolution begins not in 1800, not simply in the 19th century, but from a series of organizational and technical accomplishments in the 18th century as well.